Kidd-Gilchrist. I'm not going to waste any time on you. I'm going to just say, if the Knicks sign Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, they will have to look for a new host for NY Knickswork.
3 weeks later.
What's up, Knicks fans? It's your boy Stats, and this is New York Knicks Work.
What? Wait a minute. This is, first of all, it's NY Knickswork. And why did you start the show without me?
Well, Syph, you told the fans if Michael Kidd-Gilchrist was assigned to the Knicks, you would leave as a host, man.
That is true. That is true. This is true. But he doesn't even have a legit full contract. He's not guaranteed. I'm still doing the show. Plus, we got this spanking new camera. Come on, man. Don't X me out the show. Let's start the show for real now. What's up, Knicks fans? What's up, Knicks fans? It's your boy, Mizzle.
And it's your boy Stats.
I'm not off the show yet. That's right. I'm still here. And sorry, guys. I know. Yes, you had your chance, man. You try to keep you off the show, man. Calling it New York Knicks Work and all that. You know what I'm saying? You've been on the show for over a year. Come on now. Anyway, guys, we've been gone for a minute. We got stuff that we do. And we was getting all the information. I know a lot of people like to get up on the information and be the first. We want to dissect the information and give it to you after we've processed it the proper way. No disrespect to anybody. Thank God you guys are around. But that's not how we do it on NY Knickswork. We got to talk about it, all right? First and foremost, they can't get ahead of themselves. What they got to do, Stats? They got to... boop! Subscribe. That's right. So you can get this content to more Knicks fans out there. And don't forget what they gotta hit that, smack that like button so we could get this in tune to other Knicks fans like yourself and myself and himself. Right? Stats, I'm talking too much. I'm gonna let you lead the show off with the first signing. Do you remember what the first signing was?
Give it to me.
Alec Burks. How you feel about that signing, real quick?
I think it's a good signing. We didn't pay him a lot.
$6 million, I believe.
I think he has some good tangibles that we can definitely add to the Knicks offense, especially under Thibodeau. He looks like a systematic player, and I think he's gonna fit the system well. I definitely think he's gonna fit the system well. He's a solid player.
I do agree with that because one thing that we seem to have a lot of guards, but we don't have a lot of shooting guards.
Right.
And I believe he's the only one really. You know, if you want to put RJ Barrett at the 2, but those are the only 2 guys that I see that could naturally be at that position. Alec Burks could shoot 2. He's coming off a career high in 3-point shooting, 38.5%, I believe, or in that area. Let's just say 38%, so I'm not giving you guys any wrong stats. So he shot it well last year. Right. It's a career bucket getter. You know what I'm saying? He's been unhealthy throughout his career, but last year with Golden State and what's the other team he played for? The Sixers, I believe. Last year with them, he contributed well, and he only cost us $6 million for 1 year. Right. You know, we're keeping the cap flexible, especially for next year. Some guys next year. So
I'm good with that.
And then we made a trade for Ed Davis, right?
Right.
But we didn't keep him. We traded Ed Davis for Mari Spellman and Jacob Evans, and we flipped the Ed Davis trade to those players and a couple of more draft picks. So the Ed Davis trade got us 4 future second-round draft picks. That was huge for us.
That was definitely huge. I feel like Leon Rose is taking the right path. You know what I'm saying? He's the way he's doing things. It looks like the Knicks is living up to their word with letting the young core get together and build. You know, from what I see, you know, he's going to be counting on Knox, Frank Ntilikina, RJ Barrett. You know, with these signings, that's what I see. You know, I don't think it's a tanking season. Thibodeau's a person who could develop players, and that's what it looks like they're working towards. With the signing of Spellman, man, I like Spellman, man. I don't know if you guys have seen some clips, but it's gonna be Dunk City in New York, man. Dunk City.
Shoot that thing.
And with that move, that acquisition, I think we're number 2 in draft picks. Like, we have the most amount of draft picks.
I wonder who number 1 is.
Yeah.
Sam Presti,
Right.
Porter. But if we're behind that guy, that's
right.
great. That's a good stat. Thank you.
So that's
stats.
a good position that we're in to move, towards the future. So we're gonna work on the young core now, and then we'll bring in the star talent later. So I like it. I like what I'm seeing here, man.
Yeah, I like that move as well. Jacob Evans, he looked like he might get developed. I don't know if we waive him or whatever the case may be. That's why we took long guys, because when they sign people and they trade for people, sometimes they waive them, sometimes we don't know who's. Right. We waited till we see who was going to training camp, which was yesterday, okay? And we'll talk about some stuff from training camp. You gotta watch the show, the whole show, so you can see what we talk about. All right, so I liked it as well. Stats mentioned everything. I don't have to say anything beyond that. Amari Spellman, my man could shoot it too. So that's the only thing I want to highlight. And then they signed back Elfrid Payton for $1 year, $5 million, and because he was on the team before, he has some kind of crazy thing where it's no trade clause. He can't even get traded. So he's on the team. I mean, he could waive it.
Right.
You know what I mean? He could waive it if we do decide to trade him to a contender or whatever situation that makes him feel good. But Elfrid Payton is back. How do you feel about this?
Oh man, I was big on that move. I've been telling guys that this guy, he's a stud, man. He's a stud.
I wouldn't go that far.
To me, he is. For me, he's a great facilitator.
Yes.
I just feel like
great defender.
Yeah, great defender.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like the system that he was in last season, disrupted his guard play a bit. Mm-hmm. But you've seen down the line, he was able to get it together. He's not a guy who's going to take shots from anybody. He's good with driving in the paint, and he's good with finding his players.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be a great starter for the Knicks this season.
Okay.
He's a vet. He's smart.
So you want to see him start?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay.
I think he should be the starter, and then DSJ comes in as backup.
What about Frank?
Frank Ntilikina, we're gonna have to see. I think.
That's your guy.
And I heard. I would like to move him to the 2, but from what I'm hearing, I've heard the Knicks news. His camp doesn't like it.
Oh, they don't like.
They don't like the whole move him to the 2. Right. They want to label him a point guard.
Point guard. Okay.
So
okay.
I'm cool with it.
Okay.
I'm cool with it
as long as for that spot. Then.
Right. That's all he has to do for me. Just work for that spot. This is the season I'm gonna be looking at Frank and the other players, RJ, Frank, Knox. I got my eye out on you this year. I would like for these guys to stay here and prove themselves. It sounds like they've been working hard. We heard some tape from training camp, and it sounds like everybody's serious. So I'm with it.
Yeah, I mean, when they talk, they always say the right things. We've been doing the show long enough to know that when they talk, they always say the right things. Now, Elfrid Payton, I don't have any problem with that. It's 1 year, $5 million. That's some change. I think he's getting less than what he originally came on board for. Now, the only thing is, I would call him a stud. You know why? He can't shoot for. You know what I'm saying? He can't shoot. The boy can. Look at his free throws, man. He shoot like Shaq at the free throw line. Like, what's going on with that guy?
He does, but
50% free throw line.
You could kind of, put that hand in hand with Rajon Rondo. When he first started, he wasn't really a shooter. He was a guy that could bring it in and find his players.
He shot 50%.
You know what I'm saying?
Line.
I feel like, he was bad though.
He wasn't that bad.
I think it was
60s.
We're gonna look this up, but I really think it was that bad.
Okay, Rondo, all right. And we know he couldn't shoot.
Right,
Rondo couldn't shoot.
The talent, what he puts out there outweighs. The shooting.
The shooting. I feel like I'll agree with that.
I feel like he can
but
be
for him
like
to be a stud, you want to have some type of shooting.
You gotta have some type of
shooting.
And when I say like Rajon Rondo, it has to be situational. You know what I'm saying? You just have to make big shots. You know, you don't have to be the guy that's averaging 16, 17 points. If you give me 12 points, I'm fine with it as long as they're big shots, especially down the line. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
I agree. Elfrid Payton, he was nice. I too agree that he should start based on what we seen last year because we don't know what kind of improvements guys did. So I agree with him. He should start. DSJ, you're third string right now, bro. Frank needs to come behind. If Frank doesn't want to play any other positions, you need to figure out another position. You need to figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
I actually have no problem with Frank starting too, but he has to earn it.
Yeah,
I would love Frank. You guys know how I feel about Frank, man. So I'd love for him to start.
So would I. So that would be a pleasant surprise if I was to see Frank start. So Elfrid Payton, we took some time on you. I believe too much time. And then the next signing to the Kentucky Knicks. Nerlens Noel, Kentucky Knicks, another Kentucky guy. Surprise, surprise, right? Nerlens Noel, how'd you feel about that one?
Yeah, I think it was a defensive play. You know, it's going to be really good for him to go up against Mitch in practice. It's going to look good, you know, because it's going to challenge Mitch offensively and vice versa for Nerlens Noel. So if they could get some good offensive moves under them, you know, like simple plays, hook shots, mid-range jumpers. It's gonna be good. The defense is definitely gonna step up their game offensively too. So
I like that signing as well because it, like you just alluded to, defensively we don't lag off. Because I feel like a lot of the times when Mitch wasn't playing last year, defensively, we have to put Randall at the 5 and he can't guard nobody. No disrespect to Randall. I'm not disrespecting you anymore while you're on the team. All right, you're on the team. It is what it is. I'm not gonna disrespect you. You had a decent season considering all the things last year. So I didn't like or Taj Gibson. Taj Gibson is not a defensive liability because of his effort, but his age. He couldn't move with those guys. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you get to the small ball, he couldn't move with those guys. So I like what we did. We kept the defense consistent. I like Nerlens Noel, Haitian. You know what I'm saying? I like that for defensive purposes. I still need to see him. I don't watch his game too much, so I want to see if he has some offensive skills, like you mentioned. But I have no Mitch. Mitch is gonna be A-okay. All right. Let's keep talking, and then we made a move for Austin Rivers, second generation Rivers on the New York Knicks. I'm going to spend some time on Austin Rivers, and you guys must check our NY Knickswork IG, so you can see a story that we put up on Austin Rivers. It's not up yet, but you will see it when it's up. 10 mil, 3 years. We also did a sign-in trade in which we got some guys from Europe. I'm not even gonna spend no time on them. Guess why? Cause they're not coming. You know what I'm saying? If you coming, I'll spend some time. I'll talk about you. But I ain't spending no time with rights to this guy from the Euro League and all that. He's supposed to be great. He taught Luka Doncic and all that. But he ain't coming. So I ain't spending no time on NY Knickswork talking about you. But 3 years, 10 mil. I thought that was a steal at first, right? Because the eye test lets us believe that Austin Rivers is nice. When in fact, he is not. Austin Rivers is not nice. Okay? I checked his stats. My son, let me tell you. Remember we was just talking about Elfrid Payton? Yo, his free throw shooting is whack too, son. I don't even think he touches the 60s in free throw shooting. Yo, look it up yourselves, man. I ain't putting it up. Look it up yourselves. Number 2, we finally got a shooting point guard. He can't shoot. He's like 35% from 3, maybe. That was, last year he got up to around 36, something like that from 3, right? 41% field goal. That's doo-doo, man. Get out of here. And 2 years. Only 2 years. I mean, he's still a young guy. Only 2 years, he averaged double digits, 112, 115, and I believe that's when he was playing for his pops. For the rest of his career, 8 points. It doesn't matter how much. I was like, maybe he's not getting that much minutes. 28 plus minutes. What? Man. What is it? Welcome to the team, Austin Rivers. But I do not want our fans to confuse you with somebody who is nice. You are not nice.
Oh,
you are okay. Now you can go.
Oh man, you had a lot to say there.
Yeah.
I mean, off that note right there. I mean, I actually off the eye test.
Yeah, off the eye test.
I mean,
thought so was nice.
off of his father's reputation, it's like, yeah, Austin Rivers was a good choice. You know, he's probably a guy that has a good set of principles.
Okay.
You know, he worked under his pops. You know,
His pop's not here.
that I feel like since his pops is a vet, that kind of, you know, falls off onto him. You know what I'm saying? He makes better decisions, I guess. I guess they're looking for the player that makes the best decisions in serious moments, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to call it. If you reading those stats, made me just kind of step back a bit and look at it. But, you know, from what I've seen, you know, the games that I've seen, I've seen this guy hit big shots.
Yes, he hits big shots. He's been on good teams. Now he's
Right.
on a bad team.
But hearing that he's played 28 minutes and hit those type of numbers.
I mean, James Harden is his teammate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 8 points.
It's not really impressive, but what we're looking for here, you know, everybody's going to have to pretty much just earn their minutes. You know, everybody's going to have to earn their minutes. So I think they're taking a chance. And maybe they have some information that we don't have.
Don't know. Maybe.
You know, maybe they see some highlight reel that we ain't see.
He could possibly be a CAA.
Who knows?
You know what I mean?
Who
With
knows?
that, that's who they like.
But,
Well, CAA or Kentucky. That's these people. That's how they roll it, right?
But, you know, I have a good feeling about it. I don't know. Even with those stats, I have a good feeling about it, you know? He doesn't come off as sucky to me.
Okay.
Even with those stats, he doesn't come off as... You hear Austin Rivers, you know,
I know
everybody...
people was like, oh, Austin Rivers.
Yeah.
I
So
was like,
it's
yeah, I felt the same way.
Right.
And then like a couple of days ago, I believe it was Sunday, I was looking up his stats. I was like, I had to double take. I had to take these off. Like,
Yeah, man.
hold on. I said Austin Rivers. You know what I'm saying? Not Chris Rivers. They probably thought I was talking about the rapper Chris Rivers. Chris Rivers, shout out to you. You probably way better than Austin Rivers. But hey, Austin Rivers, welcome to the team. Second generation Rivers. I don't like to downplay any of our players unless you've done something in the uniform to make you to make me downplay you. So you have not worn a Knicks jersey yet. Hopefully your nice Knicks comes. I watched you in Duke, man. I watched you in Duke. I know you got some talent there. So, you know, let's see what you got. Yeah, so, you know, we got Austin Rivers, and, well, let's keep moving on. I believe the producer told us, yes, let's mention that. The producer told us that his agent possibly does work for CAA. Yeah, I thought so. And he has Thibodeau ties because Thibodeau used to be an assistant coach for his dad, his new dad over there in Boston. So, thank you, producer, for clearing that up for us. All right, let's keep moving on. Let's talk about the All-Star they signed, man. The Hall of Famer.
The Hall of Famer.
Yeah. Another Kentucky product.
Who might that be?
Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, my worst nightmare. 2 episodes, we're going to put it in the description. You'll see. I said, if they do this, I will leave the show. So you know what they did? They called my bluff. You know what I mean? They signed them to a non-guaranteed, I believe it's a...
Exhibit 10 deal.
Thank you. Exhibit 10. Look at that. That's why you need. You know what I'm saying? That's why you need. Like, Exhibit 10, I was about to call it something 10, right? Exhibit 10 deal that he's in training camp. This guy's going to... I believe he's still going to make the team, guys. I believe it because they're going to be like, oh, defensively, he's great. Right. All right. He shoot like this, man. He shoot like that.
He really do shoot like that.
That's how he shoot. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa.
Come on, man. Stats,
Whoa.
tell me what you think about this so we can move on. I'm not even spending time on this. Go ahead.
This is the worst. This is the worst. I didn't think this would happen. I mean, we jokingly spoke about this and said, yeah, what if the Knicks signed Michael Kidd-Gilchrist and they actually went down that route. I'm not okay with it. I don't want him to. Hopefully they're able to flip him somehow. Maybe someone needs.
Flip him how? How you
I don't know. Maybe a team who needs defense.
Could we move on?
I'm stuck.
Can we move
let's
on?
just move on.
We're moving on. All right. So, guys, like we alluded to in the show, earlier in the show, we said training camp was yesterday. We have big news from training camp. One thing that kept surfacing is our guy, RJ. Right? Last year, he did not make any of those rookie teams. There's 2, by the way. He didn't make any of them, which I find preposterous. He averaged 14 points. He had decent shooting numbers. He was on the Knicks, fighting for points with Randall and Mook, and still ended up scoring 14 a game. I don't know. There was, I guess, other than Zion and what's the other kid name? The one that actually won rookie of the year, John Morant. Other than them 2, I don't really see any rookies like that last year that popped out to me like that. So I don't really understand how he didn't make the teams. What do you feel about that? Him not making those teams.
Man, I don't know what I was watching the other day, but I think they brought up the stat that RJ was maybe top 15 and going to the line or something.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
he got to the.
He
He didn't make a lot of them.
He didn't make a lot of, but
he
top
got-
15,
yeah.
you know, amongst players like James Harden and all these guys. It's like he got that part of his game down pat. Already getting to the line. You understand? So if he corrects though that free throw, it's already a good start.
Yeah, man.
You're already seeing all-star potential. Just correct that field goal percentage, and we're good because he's good at taking it inside. I feel like this is gonna be fuel for RJ.
Yeah.
Like not making it to that rookie teams. I kind of feel like I wanted that to happen.
Yeah.
In order for him to kind of just change his culture a bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Put on that Mamba mentality. You dig what I'm saying? So I like it. I like it.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So RJ, I like the fact that you're using this as motivation. I like the fact that was the big news in training camp yesterday. You know what I mean? Thibodeau likes what he sees with the young guys. You know, Thibodeau, I believe, is the right coach for these guys. You know, he's gonna have them play. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna have these young guys play. And RJ, please continue to use that as motivation because I feel RJ's set for a big year. What do you think? I see 19 a game. I see 19.
I was just talking to our comrade Remy.
Yes, he's on the show live. Yes,
and I said the same thing. I said I feel like RJ could average maybe 18 to 20 points a game, and that's coming into this year.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I really feel that way, man. He's
so
aggressive, and like I said, Thibodeau's gonna be working on developing that young core. So RJ's really gonna have to step it up if he wants to be an all-star sometime in the near future. Right.
Yep. Guys, that was the news from training camp. That's it for us over here at NY Knickswork. Don't forget to follow us on the gram, on Twitter, Facebook, at NY Knickswork. But wait, what's the most important thing? Don't forget to subscribe, guys. You gotta subscribe. You gotta hit that subscribe button. Hit your notifications so you can get content like this. We coming, baby. We coming with more Knicks content, baby. The season is pretty much here. Training camp is here. Preseason is next week. Basketball's back. Knicks basketball is back. I'm excited. Are you guys excited? Let us know in the comments how you feel about everything. How you feel about the moves. Did we miss anything? And please, guys, just talk to us. All right. It's your boy Mizzle.
It's your boy Stats.